Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today to celebrate Ying's life and to join us to lay him to rest. I know that there's always sad occasions, but you're together as family and friends, which is the most important thing. And I'm sure that you'll be able to share some very treasured memories. And it's always difficult saying goodbye, but it's an important part of the circle of life. And we know that we say farewell here, and in no time at all, new members of the family in at the hospital, and it's life is a funny old thing. But I want to thank you for taking the time today to spend a few minutes to remember this man and to celebrate him, and to lay his ashes to rest today. So look, Tony sent through a few words for me to say as I guess some context, particularly for me, not having met him. It's lovely to hear a little bit of his story and some of the journey that he's been on for us all to be here today. So bear with me as I read these thoughts and this eulogy, I guess, of Ying's life. Born on the 7th of July 1937, which was a few years ago now, and he has left this world at the ripe old age of 84. And he was very fond of his early childhood years as a boy growing up in his village in Taishan, China, and later in his studies in university. And he spent the first half of his life, obviously, in China, and then the second half here in New Zealand. So given that he was 84 years old, almost makes him Kiwi. Not quite, almost.
Really like New Zealand.
We like New Zealand. We like New Zealand too. Yeah. And we're pleased that he's here. And obviously some fond memories moving his family from China to New Zealand. He's a senior electrical engineer in China and was very, very proud of his profession. And in New Zealand, he became a welder and was considered to be very good at his job. And I guess, like most Chinese immigrants, a very hard-working man. By the time he retired, after close to 30 years of service, his work gave Ying a lazy boy armchair so that he doesn't have to work hard anymore. He could retire in comfort and he could finally relax. They celebrated his retirement with some fanfare and a great deal of celebration for the contribution that he had made to the company over the years. Pearl and Ying have been married for almost 60 years. Congratulations. And their 3 sons, Tony, John, and Nick. 5 grandchildren, Taylor, Brendan, Newton, Martin, and Levi. Ying was considered a self-doer. He was a hard worker, always fixing things around the house and the garden and in the garage, working on cars, and Tony says often until well into the small hours of the morning. He had a real passion for music and loved the violin, which is why we have our violinist here today, in memory of him and to honour his passion for his music. And he was in the university orchestra as a young man. He loved the world that he lived in. He loved finding out what was going on around the world. He was keen to watch the news and to catch up on, make sure that he was up to date on politics and whatever was happening around the globe. Tony said that he lived his life without regrets, and I think that's really important. And if as his immediate friends and family, he were here today to give us a piece of advice, I imagine that it would be something like that. Live life to the full and live life without regrets. And I don't think that there's much more of an honour that we can bestow upon a person as to a life lived to its fullest. And Ying, for that today we honour you and we respect the legacy that you have left behind and the impact that you have had on our lives as your friends and as your family. Is there anybody who would like to say a few words or share a memory or a few words in honour of Ying?
Mama, thì Sơn Thanh Phong kể đấy.
嘅，就一個好丈夫，
你慢慢講啊。
佢亦都係一個親好爺爺。佢嘅一生係勤勞嘅一生。我哋嚟到新西蘭足足40年啦。我哋係白手興家嘅。我哋佢係響白天就響工廠工作，好勤力咁賺錢，養3個仔，都完大學，仲經常咧嚟仔修理汽車啊，經常收到去深夜，因為每個人都有一部汽車返學。佢係唔識修汽車嘅，唔識修屋嘅，但係咧佢好肯鑽研，自己好肯學。喺2年前咧，佢咧仲爬上去屋頂嗰度，修理屋啊，同埋修理卡帕啊咁樣。花園嘅工作係經常做嘅，又做圍牆啊咁樣。臨終前1個月咧，佢仲講自己喐唔到啦。佢話跪住行路，攞啲布嚟墊住，慢慢咁走回家，走返去58號。佢係一個好顧家庭嘅丈夫。今天我哋失去咗佢，我哋內心係十分之難過，係萬分之捨唔得。但係生老死病係人生必經嘅路，佢亦都係算得高壽啦，38歲幾啦，83歲幾啦。對於佢仲係一種解脫嚟嘅。因為佢四肢癱瘓咧，喐唔到啦，好痛苦俾佢，已經係5個幾月。由出事到而家係5個幾月啦。咁而家係祝佢一路走好，到嗰度冇痛冇病，極樂嘅世界去。某一天，好快我哋就會喺天堂見面啦。祝佢一路好走，祝你一路好走啊！終於以後再冇叫次感激咁多啦。
喺天堂叫你啦，
喺天堂見你。
Yeah, I want to say thank you to my dad because he taught me to study, work hard, go to university and get educated, and therefore have a good job. And I did that, and he taught me how to fix cars. He's a DIY person, so and I've been doing that, ever since I left home. I try to fix my own cars if I can, and the electrical stuff that he's taught me, it's all really good. I'm not as good as he is, but but at least I know to look after my house and those sort of things, things above him.